First of all, I have to tell you that I did have this video out before, but the sound was obviously too low and people couldn't understand me. So I made some adjustments. I deleted that video and reinserted it now. The story is this. My wife and I were invited to participate in the Parents' Day at the college in Worcester, Massachusetts. It's actually a division of Tuft University. Our granddaughter Heidi is attending there after having finished 4 years of veterinary studies in Cornell, and she's now at Worcester. These are the kind of signs you find for parking instructions. What amused me was the fact that you could see animals on this chart, from horses down to little cats, and probably you could have mice or any animal at all. And when you realize that a vet has to know all about all of these animals, compared to a doctor who only needs to know about one human being or any kind of human being, it's a bit different. Of course, it's not as critical if you goof up and make a mistake, but just the same, I was very impressed. Now, these here are packages that were made up for us as guests, and they were sandwiches, and you could have chicken sandwiches or ham sandwiches, or you had to pick at the litter. You could really go around and pick anything you wanted to, and then sit down and eat anytime. Our daughter Dagmar came along, and she lives in Boston, and you can see her opening her package. She doesn't seem to be terribly intrigued by it. And next to her is Peter, the father of Heidi, our son-in-law. This is the room where most of the action takes place during the operating time, during the week when the kids are working. And they say it's very sterile right now and looks very clean, but you should see it during the normal day. They say there are bodies and cadavers hanging off the wall on all sorts of different hooks, and it looks like clothes being hung out to dry, and they're all in different stages of deterioration, and they say that the smell is absolutely incredible in there. It's a stink. It's unbelievable. And they're working on dog cadavers and cat cadavers and pieces of cows and whatnot. It's really a nightmare. And they said, well, don't think it's always like this, as clean and as sanitized. This is a skeleton of a horse, and they have other skeletons there as well, but this is a horse. And this one, believe it or not, is a Bengal tiger. Now, I'm sure that they don't have too many of those, but for what it's worth, that's what this one is. Now here Peter is admiring the horse's treadmill. They have a couple of treadmills there, and where the head goes, it goes into this carriage. So I have a feeling that what they can do is they can take the horse and lead it out of the stall, and when the head is locked into this carriage, they can do certain things like giving injections or whatever. Now this one was pretty interesting. It's a piece of a leg, and it's a leg of a cow. And on this little piece, and it's only a very short one as you can compare when you see the hands, there are 22 markers. And these are little notes that are put there with numbers on them. And each of the number is a name, a Latin name for that particular part. And the kids have to remember all of them. Can you imagine that? I mean, it's like a druggist having to remember the names of all the medications. To me, that's absolutely impossible. My memory is so lousy by now that I just couldn't do it at all. And I admire them greatly for this. Doesn't Heidi have a wonderful head on her shoulders? This is the head of a cow. And she specializes in cows for a reason that I cannot fathom. She really loves cows, and she wants to work on cows the rest of her days. Well, good luck to her. And this here is a cow embryo, And when you see the close-up, you can actually see the face of the cow. It's kind of interesting to see. And this is the stomach of a cow. The stomach consists of several different pieces and is huge, as you can see. The students gave us a little performance, a cappella singing. It was very interesting. I had never seen something like this before. Unfortunately, this is not a video, so I can't show it to you and I can't show you the actual music, but take my word for it, it was very interesting. We were fascinated by it. The kids really gave it their all. Now this is an interesting little story. When Heidi asked us whether we wanted to see the holy cow, we said, well, what is it? Does it have a halo over its head? No, that's not it. Has it got something to do with ice cream? No, 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 no. This is a cow, a live cow, with a big hole in its belly. I said, oh, come on, you're kidding me. This can't possibly be true. Well, whatever you can see here, you can see for yourself. This is really true. And I'll show you a close-up. And here's the close-up. And as you can see, it's like a plate or like a toilet cover or whatever. And the kids want to get into it. All they have to do is move that plate, put their hand in, take out whatever is in the cow's stomach. And you wouldn't believe this, but normally cows have to have certain bacteria. And some cows don't have these bacteria. So what they do is they go to this cow, they put their hand in, they grab some of their stomach content, they put it into the other cow, and then the cow is going to be healthy. That they do this for a cow makes me wonder what they would do with us when we pass our body on to the institution. Do they hang us on clothes hangers and cut us all up, and do they do this kind of stuff? I mean, really, this is pretty far out, don't you think? Anyway, this is the end of the story, I'm afraid, and it's just a short one. I actually had this one posted before, but as I explained in the beginning, it didn't come out very well, so I'll just did it again. Anyway, this is the end of the story, but there will be another one coming up fairly soon about the place where we live. Okay, so long, kiddos.